Angeline Sims here for another Speedville. Today we are in our see look every week it's the same thing. Where is this place? You know the name of this place, put it in the chat. I just know it as the Eco Lifestyle Town. So this is from the Eco Life Pack. We're in the Eco Lifestyle Town. That's what I'm gonna name it for today. In a very industrial part where it's all smoggy, but the view is pretty nice. So it's right at the edge of the water. However, I'm sure this is where the boats come in, where the ships drop off their shipments, where the cruise ships probably dock. Maybe, maybe not, but we'll see. This is we're doing a kind of industrial build. We're gonna in this neighborhood. So we have right in the middle of our boat dock, we got a piece of property here, which is I like this property. Um, it's, nice. It's small. I decided to use the actual ground that came with it. And it looks pretty nice. With the brown and very industrial look. And I put everything inside of the gate to be all nice and green. So such as it would be like if you're in a city and you keep the city out, but you keep your private space in. However, I thought that this would be an okay place to kind of, I would say this is not a spend a lifetime place. This is probably spend a couple of weeks or a place to stay for, you're coming in, you're doing some business, you stay at your place that you have in the industrial area to do the business, and then you go back. So it's a nice, beautiful harbor, you know, filled with boat docks and then you go out to the suburbs, I guess, and you live in other neighborhoods for another time. So this is our industrial build. It's a two-floor place. It has one bedroom and one, I want to call it guest room. So it's not a bedroom that's a forever room. It's more like a guest room that, if somebody comes over, they can stay on the Murphy bed, pull out couch slash Murphy bed area. Uh, and right now, I'm just putting together the basics. I knew I wanted it to be tall. I knew I wanted people to be able to kind of stay at the place and feel kind of like secluded when you're in the yard. But then on the higher floors, enjoy the views of the canal or waterways that are right outside your door. So I think that that would be like one of the benefits or one of the cool parts to living in this place is those views of the ocean. I guess eventually I'll angle the camera so you can get them, but does have some really nice views of the water or views of the port. So this is a nice port staying place. I guess it's also a cool place if you probably have one of the boats and you come and you probably own one of the shipping areas, you want to keep track, you want to be close to your work. And you're able to just stay there just, the weekdays. I guess I would call this a weekdays home. So we're putting together the build, kind of like what it looks like, working on and just the outside of what we want the place to be like. I use these windows. I didn't use the full ceiling to floor windows because when we're doing the kitchen, sometimes I like the windows to be above the countertops. I think it's weird, even though sometimes I do it myself. When you're like outside the window and you see the back of the countertop, I like the countertop to be like against a wall. So although we have those floor to ceiling windows in the front of the house, near the side, I like the higher up windows so that we're able to put the countertops like right below the windows to get that view and not have the countertop interfering with the windows. So they're like just the right height. So here we have our kitchen going in. I tried to give an industrial look to the kitchen. Then we added our little side room there. That's going to become, I guess, our first floor bathroom, our guest bathroom with our kind of smaller guest room area and our little guest bathroom in that corner there. Then we are putting together our kitchen, our little island in our kitchen. We're very limited on space, so this can't be one of those huge kitchens with tons of countertops. We're in an industrial place. I'm pretty sure most industrial places that I know about here, um, even just being close to the water in an industrial place. I'm in New York City. Oh, the prices are high, but a lot of the other coastal places that I know that are very industrial and close to the water, the prices are very high. So I'm sure space is at a premium here. This is someone got this little section of the land, they're building on it. I wouldn't be surprised if a tall tower went up next door on the same lot and they had to take up their space there. So we're here. We have our kitchen going in. We're picking out some chairs. Try to go with this, kind of, I would say it's a monotone look, but a neutral look. I went for the white hair. I don't know. It doesn't it's not the right shade of white. So we've added in gray. So gray and black. That's not too bad. I like the gray and black. Also, we've added some gray and black. That makes the black kind of stand out. If we have that light gray flooring, and we're going to put in some chairs, make sure the person's comfortable for their dining room adventure. Make sure they have a nice dining room that they can entertain their one or two guests that comes and stays with them at their industrial area at the harbor. And we are going to be here getting a little living room area. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, the living room would look nice in the area when you first walk in, but I was like, oh, there's no place for the TV. And we wanted like a TV entertainment area. So we squeezed the TV in this corner, and let's put a pop of color. So if we want that color to just hit, because we have everything is so gray and black and white. Well, of course, we have to add some fun and color. So this is gonna be our fun and color room. A little bit of that blush pink to go with that much stronger hot pink chairs and our hot pink floor area and a little coffee table. So I figured let's do some dividing up of this room. Archway wouldn't be high enough, so something a little more comfortable. So this type of archway I figured would be a lot more nicer, give us more space. And then some artwork because this wall is so plain. A little plain and boring. So we're adding something to bring it to life a little bit. This clock, I don't think the clock is a good idea. I think some artwork would be much better. So we're gonna add yes, this looks very, very industrial looking. It looks like something you'd find in an industrial place. With all the color and life it brings to the room. Not all the room should be just bland. So we have our room that we're working on. But let's take a look. We got to add some color and some paint to these walls. Everything is so gray. I figured, I really like this painting, this wallpaper. It's really nice. It has a little bit of sheen to it. That's one of my favorite parts about it is the sheen that it has. Well, actually, it has a lot of sheen, but it's like undertone. It's not like super bright. So I thought that was really cool to have that wallpaper with a little bit of sheen and then put the black tile to go with the rest of the kitchen. So in here we have our guest room for a guest to come over and probably stay the day. We have our we have our bathroom that we're gonna try to squeeze in here. I don't know. Let's see what we can make fit here. I think I might have to extend this because it is quite tight. Of course, we have to have the modern toilet because the toilet has to talk to us. Yeah, we have to be able to message, be entertained, everything. That's one of my favorite toilets in the game because if the person is like lonely, it sounds bad, but they're lonely. The toilet has a messaging feature. And they can message, they can be entertained. It's multifunctional. It does it all. So I like to use that toilet a lot. I like to have it at least once in every house. So I may not use it in all the houses, in all the bathrooms, but at least one here, one there. I think it's cool so that people, if they are lonely, they don't want to play on their phone, they could come in and, they could kill two birds with one stone, use the bathroom and message and have some social going on. So here we go. We're finishing up this guest room. I figured if you have a guest coming, maybe they want to watch their own TV. So we put the tiny living TV in here. Of course, this is great for a tiny room. You got tiny TV and tiny living Murphy bed area. So of course it could be like a little, den area for people for if you want to just have it as that, and then it could be changed up into a guest room. And here we're gonna do something to the entryway. I figured the entryway, I said, oh, the entryway can't be this plain. We need to add some a sitting area, some comfort, something to the entry area because it's kind of bland. You don't just walk into the house, empty stairs, and that's it. It's a place you can sit down, put on your shoes before you walk out the house. I try to think about the living of the space. So I figured I'll put some seating here. Before you walk out the house, or when you first come in, you can sit down, relax, take your shoes off, do some fun things along those lines. So we added some plants, a little bit of we stayed with the same color scheme with the black, just a little bit of color and a fish tank. So, you take off your shoes, you feed the fish, you relax for a moment, you look at the artwork, you kind of have some relaxation when you come into this room. So that's kind of like the idea I was going for here. You just relax, sit down and enjoy the space. It's a double floor ceiling. We opened up the ceiling so you can go see straight from upstairs, downstairs for that grand staircase entryway. And I figured that would be a good idea to have some place to enjoy and relax and just taking the well, here the view is not so nice, but just relax away from outside. I would say taking the view. Here there is a double window, but it's kind of facing inwards. I mean, it's not facing the water. Here's the room where you get the best views. This is the bedroom. This is I wouldn't call it California King. This is the supersized bedroom in which we're gonna have our giant bed in here. I think we have to rearrange these windows because we need some more space for the bed. Yeah, I'm gonna move them around. I also don't like putting beds in front of windows. I think again, it's weird from the outside. Like this is my personal preference. You're laying in bed and you're outside, and your bed head is like exposed to the outside, like someone can see you. Especially like your head area where you're sleeping. So I figured I'd move the windows from behind the bed head and just readjust them. There's a lot of light coming in the room already. So we might as well just make the adjustment and move the windows along. So where we have what we call this? The word escapes me was ensuite. There we go. Ensuite bathroom attached to our bedroom. It's our second bathroom. In my mind, I was like, oh, if you have guests, you don't want them coming from all the way downstairs to come upstairs, and the upstairs area is pretty open. So again, think of, even if it's one person that just comes over to visit, maybe you don't want them going through your entire house to go to the bathroom. So I try to keep a bathroom downstairs in that like office area. I thought this was just something cute to put up in the bathroom. I never really used it, and I just thought, to add some color and design to the bathroom with the white tiles. So here we are putting together a mirror. I wanted to know how it looked like. This is a view I go into to see what it would look like if someone was like living there. Yes, and I wanted it to go all the way to the ceiling. So I went into this view so I could see the mirror go all the way to the ceiling. As you can see, when you remove the ceiling, you can't exactly see where the ceiling line is. So I wanted that angle so I was able to see where the ceiling line starts and ends. All right, so here we have some our gate. And this is where our gate is located. This is just to add some greenery. Again, this is a very industrial area. So I felt like this should be the person's oasis or their space. They should feel the greenery, look at the grass, maybe some butterflies or plants would come live there. Well, there are plants there, but maybe some butterflies, some animals, some worms or something will come stay there. So I thought it was very cool. I also wanted a rooftop area. So I figured this would be a nice, beautiful area to have a rooftop lounge on. This rooftop is very beautiful, very beautiful space. It adds more square footage to the house, which is already kind of on the tighter side. And I figured that having the rooftop area would also be nice so that we can do having a rooftop area would be nice so that you can see the views from the water. So we want to be able, again, the purpose of, having a house in a space like this would be to, although you're in an industrial area, work, you still look up on your rooftop and get that view over the water. At nighttime, I'm sure it's not going to be a bunch of ships coming in and out. And you just get that nice view. So I decided to definitely have a rooftop area on top. So here we have some more roofing that I'm adding. So some parts of the rooftop area, well, this part clearly is not for people to walk on, but some parts of the area are going to be like walking spaces, such as where I'm putting the fence in here. And in some parts, it's just, I'll say roof decor. So I'm trying to get a glass fence that is the height of the half wall that I put up. If I had thought about it more, I would have put the half wall first. I mean the the fence first and then chosen the half wall. But I did it the other way around. So I did find a half wall that was the size that I wanted. I figured right here would be also nice to have a nice skylight to kind of let some sunlight into the bathroom area. I don't think it's a space that, um, you know, it, it's a nice space that could use some nice light in it. It's not a space that people are really going to be there too much. So I thought it was really nice. So here we have our clothesline area. And I figured, maybe the person wants to wash clothes. But I want to have an outdoor section for the clothes, not indoor, but I also want it to be covered. Because I'm like, inside, if it's inside, then we have trouble. I mean, it's very tight inside. There's not much space inside. So I'm like, if I cover up an outdoor area, or place it in the place where it can keep dry, but it's open to outdoors. That might be a good idea. And usually, because the kitchen is there, when there's a place with a kitchen, or back of the kitchen, the plumbing's already set up. So the water from the sink, the pipes for the water are right there. So it's already set up and ready for washing or running hot and cold water right there. So I thought this would be a good spot to put the put the washer and dryer, and then to protect it from weathering, we could encase it in this wooden container, as well as put it over the awning that comes out as well. So I thought this was a little outdoor place, especially since it's like an oasis area at the harbor. It's not necessarily open like usual a short picket fence. This is a high fence that you can't really see over. So I figured it would bring in a little more privacy. And then we switched up some of the colors to get it to match more with the rest of the outdoor colors of this home. So here we have some of the rooftop being looked into. I still want to stick with the black and white, even though this is not my favorite color um, of that furniture. I really like that furniture. Before we had lounge chairs, I used to take that furniture and make it into lounge chairs. I really enjoyed doing that. It was lots of fun. But we didn't have lounge chairs. So right now, what I'm doing is adding some lighting, one to upstairs, and my favorite color is actually the navy blue and the white lines. I think that's so beautiful. However, navy blue and white lines does not match this house, does not match this neighborhood, does not match up there. So I have just put the black and white. We have our little computer area. Yeah, everything going on pretty good. I had to make sure that every room was lit and people were able to see once they were in the house. I know it does not make a difference to The Sims, the shades and the color, the light. Like if your room is like super dark, they won't complain and be like, "Oh, I can't go in there because it's a dark room." It usually doesn't change anything and or make a difference. Anyhow, you take it. So I decided to go with editing the lights and making sure the lights are looking nice. And now we're adding some details to the outside of the house, adding those little details that give it that realistic kind look, even though I think smooth glass from still on the floor, it's really nice. But realistically, there are these little borders that add nice decor to this house. So tell me what you think about this house in the comments below. Let me know if it's a house that you would like to stay at for a few hours, a minute, a few days, or a lifetime. Thanks again for watching as we wrap up and come to the closing of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later for another build video. I have another one coming up. My next video is going to be, I can't even remember, but I already built this. I know this is industrial and the other one is a smaller house as well, but you'll see what's coming up in the next video. I'll let you know. You'll see when it comes out. And I thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate all of your support. Uh, and I will see you next time. This has been Angeline Sims, and I will see you next time. And enjoy the next few, I guess, minutes as we do our last finishing touches on this house. Change up a few things. I thought that helped it blend in. I'll see you next time. Bye.